A wife desperately searches for a job to save her family from its terrible financial situation, but she soon discovers the secret behind the job offer. She drives back home and blabbers to the angel topper in her car on what to do about their situation. Then Dee calls her to pick up a wasted Rex from their bar. When she gets to the bar, Phil, Dee's husband, assists the drunk man into Samantha's car. The wife can't help but complain and express her honest desire to restart over again when things get tough. But Dee encourages her to keep fighting because that's who she is. While driving, they run low on gas, so Sam drops by the gasoline station, where she finds the chance to scold Rex. However, the man narrates how he goes around town the whole day to find a job to send his son to a football team, but all he receives are pitiful stares from people witnessing how he fell from grace. The wife apologizes and remarks that she also had a bad day. Unfortunately, their card is declined, so she scours her husband's wallet only to find $1 to pay for the gas. Samantha rants about her terrible life, stating that someone as pretty as her shouldn't suffer this way. Then she remembers Dee's encouragement and declares that she'll keep fighting. Upon seeing Rex asleep despite their situation, she desperately calls the spa to apologize for walking out on them. She responds that she'll see them tomorrow while holding back her tears. Samantha's dreaded day arrives and she returns to the spa. Despite inhibitions, she proceeds to her plans, and JC guarantees their business is safe. The owner reminds her that they use fake names for safety purposes, so she names the new employee Brandy. Everyone scampers to meet their clients, but Emma takes her time and offers Samantha some liquor to help. The newbie asks her how she ends up in this place, so Emma explains that she dreams of being a Hollywood singer, but she gets rejected in a reality show and wants to earn money for a singing coach. Unfortunately, due to her family's religion, they refuse to support her, so she runs away from home and ends up here. Though she earns big money, she knows her creator is watching, so she's never delighted. JC interrupts their conversation to rush Emma, so Samantha is left alone. She nervously chugs the liquor and dresses up for the job. Moments later, she's in the room with her first client, Carl. She fails to build rapport, primarily upon hitting and scolding the man for insulting his wife. To make things worse, Charlie calls her to announce that she has won the spelling bee. This draws the last straw, and Carl begins dressing up to leave despite Samantha's pleas. To stop the man, she undresses herself, finally convincing the client to stay. Before the sun sets, Samantha drives home. She talks to the angel topper to justify her actions, pointing out that the stash of cash she has is something they desperately need. After a while, she pulls over and throws up in disgust about what she's done. Instead of going home, she goes to Dee's bar to confess. Her friend is stupefied upon hearing everything, and she requests to keep it a secret. Samantha shows Dee her earnings for today, and the woman is shocked. The bar owner genuinely shows her understanding of the other party's situation, but she warns her to be careful and stop as early as possible. Samantha goes home afterward with a big shopping bag of gifts for the kids. Upon receiving their toys, the children are over the moon, but Rex asks her if they can afford this luxury. The wife confidently says they do, and the husband plays with their kid. Since then, Samantha has worked diligently, and as time passes, she gets used to her job more and more. Not long after, she pays the bank loan in full and sends Charlie to the dentist to get braces. Her clients adore her at work and shower her with expensive gifts. One evening, Samantha hangs out with her friends in a high-end restaurant and volunteers to pay. When Laura excuses herself, she expresses how she loves having money. Dee says she loves it too much and asks about Rex's reaction to the changes. Samantha replies that people don't ask too much once she showers them with gifts. Instead, she gets placed on a pedestal. Dee stares at her meaningfully. Do you want to see part 2 of this video? Subscribe to the channel and comment part 2. Thanks for watching. I would see you at part 2. A wife desperately searches for a job to save her family from its terrible financial situation, but she soon discovers the secret behind the job offer. In the Horton residence, Samantha, the wife, hustles to get things done around the house. She playfully sends Jenna, her youngest daughter, to her husband Rex to get her dressed up. Then she urges Charlie, her eldest, and Brady, her son, to clean up before their grandma arrives to babysit because of their bank appointment. The son asks about the bank trip, and the mom explains they need to buy things like Charlie's braces. The daughter complains, wanting a video game instead, so Samantha notes that being pretty can make life easier. Cassie, Samantha's mom, arrives and immediately refolds the laundry that her daughter just finished to point out her dissatisfaction, but her mood immediately turns brighter when Jenna hugs her. Rex greets her, and the mother-in-law casually leads the discussion about his knee injury and their financial situation, especially their plan if the bank rejects their request. She remarks that his son-in-law sounds like her previous husband, and adds that it isn't a sin to be poor, but it's inconvenient. Samantha's arrival interrupts their conversation and she confidently shows off her beauty. which solicits praise from everyone in the room. Rex jokingly comments that the banker will have difficulties turning her down if she looks that way, and the wife admits that it's why she dresses up. Her mom notices her pumpkin smell, and she responds that she read from a man's magazine years ago that it's a good stimulant for men. Samantha urges her husband to leave, and Cassie cheers them on. The couple arrives at the bank and they can't help but become nervous, so Samantha unbuttons the upper part of her husband's shirt as a backup, just in case the banker prefers men. While trying to compose themselves, Carol Reed, a high school classmate and rival, spots them. She approaches them with her wealthy husband Jim, which agitates Samantha more. To calm her, Rex jokes that she's still more fortunate since he dumped her for his wife. As expected, Carol boasts about her ideal and luxurious life while noting how her rival wore the same dress the last time they saw each other, which Samantha interrupts by bidding goodbye as they stride toward the bank. Afterward, they meet Mr. Sweeney, their banker, to negotiate about their house's foreclosure and request a payment extension. Samantha intervenes by leaning in alluringly with her pumpkin scent. Mr. Sweeney gets distracted and comments on her fragrance, causing Rex to button his shirt. Mr. Sweeney regains composure and firmly states they must pay this month. Samantha accuses him of insincerity, narrating his false promises and government assistance claims. The banker denies it, but Rex vouches for Samantha's photographic memory as she mentions a specific incident with his stained shirt. The woman flips the banker's ID forward, and the stain is there. The next day, Samantha hangs out with her friends, Dee, the wife of a bar owner, and Laura, a lawyer. She tells them they got a loan extension but don't have any cards afterward. With Rex's knee injury, getting a job has been so challenging, and all of those who scouted him to be a professional football player in high school are gone with the wind. Dee offers her a job in the bar, but Samantha declines. She scans the newspaper for job ads and finds one hiring a massage therapist, which she's licensed with. The desperate wife gives it a go despite the location being more than an hour's drive away since there's no job here for someone like her. She jokes about her mom, commenting she's too pretty to go to law school, so her friends chime in about how their moms focus on beauty more than anything else. Samantha drives to Kind Touch Health Spa in Lorena the following day to submit her resume. She meets the owner Hasey and her partner Doreen, who praises her for her beauty. The applicant discusses her massage expertise and compliments are exchanged as the owners briefly assess her. Samantha emphasizes her desperation for a job, and JC offers her a start date for tomorrow. She returns home excited about her new job, but Brady, upon hearing the news, asks about joining the football team. She explains it's not a priority while Rex listens quietly. He approaches his family and Samantha remarks about not hearing his motorcycle. The husband tells her that he sold it to pay for their electricity, which the wife compliments as a big sacrifice. Cassie probes about the job, so the daughter replies that they have wealthy clients who give them big tips. A bee interrupts their conversation before the grandma can ask more about it, and the family happily shares a simple meal. Samantha goes to work the next day, and JC introduces her to everyone. Here she meets Tanya, who's been working with them for 6 years, and Emma, a newbie who joined them 2 months ago. Samantha asks if they also have massage therapist licenses, which creates a subtle, awkward atmosphere. However, JC escorts her out to show her what they do, rather than simply explaining. The owner brings her to a room with a two-way mirror to observe Emma and her client. JC casually explains that they don't do anything their client isn't comfortable with, but her explanation becomes blurry in Samantha's ears as she witnesses Emma pleasuring the wealthy man. Do you want to see part 2 of this video? Subscribe to the channel and comment part 2. Thanks for watching. I would see you at part 2.